working on the cleaning part. Although, I'm basically almost done. Well, I am done with the building. Now I'm putting the stuff away for the day. Okay, so this was that freaking almost workbench that was in there that you can tell me and my son didn't build because it had exactly, look at this, 1, 2. It had 2 toenail things into the plywood.
They were easy to take out.
I took this down. I took the whole thing down in less than a minute.
Oh yeah, not
if
cool.
If I built it, or if my son built it, or God forbid,
you'd still be crying about it.
Or my dad, we'd still be trying to take it apart.
Ring shank, glues, screws.
3 screws.
Yeah.
But of course, I'm going to save all this because you never know.
Yeah, I know. And those, well, 4x4s are not cheap.
4x4s are 4x4s, and those are pressure treated too.
Right.
And then this is what is this? A 2x10.
Oh yeah.
2x10.
Is that pressure treated as well, or no? Can't tell.
What? They're so old, I can't tell.
Right. But they're in good shape.
Yeah, they're in really good shape. I can only tell by those because when you look at the bottom of them, you can still see the green.
Right.
All right. So you put those in the already 2 full sheds.
Right.
Shut up!
Yeah, but at least it's organized.
Kind of.
Kind
it's
of.
Not really. I mean, this is not really organized. This is a freaking mess.
Can you
Some
find
of this shit I'm going to get out of here for the sale. I've already taken some of it out.
And some of it you're actually using in the sound room and other projects soon, so yeah.
But all this stuff's going back to my shelf because, okay, so all the rain.
Oh yes, it poured.
We had massive drought for, what was it, 7 weeks?
Yes.
We didn't get a drop of rain. Then it pissed and poured. We got 9 inches in a weekend. And then yesterday, and it poured.
Yeah.
And this was all standing in water, and then it turned into mud. So I went and got 3 bags of topsoil, because what I need to do is raise this area.
Yeah, so it doesn't keep standing in mud. 3 bags of topsoil. And then what is this? Cedar shaving? Cedar?
This is cypress.
Cypress.
Cypress
Mulch.
All of it, well, and I had a coupon for $5. Don't look at my gut in this copper compression strip. That's not my gut. That's a pillow I put in my shirt in case I run into anything hard.
There you go.
That's what that
You're
is.
cushioning your muscles.
Yeah, right. My fucking pants are falling off my ass again. Okay, but as you remember, whole building was full of crap. Fucking Michigan shit built everywhere. I've taken all of that out. I've cleaned it all. That's styrofoam that I'm going to use for
insulation. So it's going in here, in this building.
Going in here. And I've used an entire bottle of Febreze.
Oh my goodness. It actually smells a lot better.
Yeah. I
smell Febreze, not mice.
Yeah. So, well, you can still see though it's still wet. So
yes,
let's
of course.
See what happens when it dries. But I'm leaving the door open too because there's nothing to get damaged now.
No,
I had to rehang the door because I had to cut the door off because I'm going to put another layer of plywood in here. And as you can see right there, it was already catching.
Yes.
So the door was already catching. But of course I couldn't just finish cleaning because I had other shit to do.
Right.
I had to go through all those fucking tiles and clean them because I thought, I'll just take them over to the hose and they're in a box that's got holes in it. I'll hose it off and all the mouse shit. Well, no, it didn't. It didn't work. That's one of those things that didn't work. But I also put this piece of metal down here today, which looks like a nothing thing. It keeps the wind from blowing under the building. And it also covers up the fact that I put like several projects full of crap.
Yes.
Plastic crap and glass crap and shit that even I would not recycle. I shoved up underneath this building to build like, it'll help with some insulation, it'll help with, but I shoved the whole fucking underneath of this full of crap. and I didn't want animals to come and pull it all out.
No.
So this is...
We don't want animals under there, period.
And this were left over from when Tony did the roof.
That's right. That's right.
And so I had just enough. If you look at... No, you can't see. Down, because I put it on that end, so you can barely see it. I had just enough. The piece that I cut off the front, I attached to this, and it was just long enough to cover
all the
the
way
whole
to the
thing.
end.
But, as always, shit you can't see was super time consuming.
Right.
Because I realized when I took that down, I said, well, you want to bet he didn't put enough props in underneath this goddamn floor, and that's why the door wants to fall now. So I had to go in and put another prop in the floor.
Of course.
And raise the floor up. And did all that too, so. But
yay!
It's like
so
what?
It's going to air out tonight.
I've only been working on it but yesterday. Okay, but I'm not going to lie to you people. Yesterday I worked till it got dark.
Oh, past dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like 6:30 when you got into the house.
And so so it took me a long time, but my old raggedy ass still did it.
Yep.
And that's what I mean about something like that. A lot of times people look at shit like that. Well, neither of the houses that we bought, anyone else would have bought.
Oh, no.
Because they were covered and filled with garbage and trash and hoard.
Yeah.
So nobody else would have bought
the house we live in, our main house.
Yeah,
there were how many derelict vehicles in the yard?
There were 2 derelict vehicles. There were 50 tires.
Yes.
There was an entire stack of windows underneath the tree that we just had to cut down because it died. But an entire stack of windows somebody had put under their wood sash windows about this tall. All that's left was the frames and a giant pile of glass where somebody had broke them all the way down.
Yeah,
and
I don't know how many burn piles of things they tried to burn things like swing sets and alternators.
They were very scientific. They were very scientific. Let's see if this burns.
Yes.
They had burned every noxious thing that you could burn in the entire world, and they had thrown it, and the entire shop over there and the house.
Oh, it took, what, a year before we knew there was a concrete floor in there?
Because I focused on the
house. Right.
Yeah, it wasn't a year, but it was probably about 6 months before I got enough garbage out of that shop building that you could tell that there was a concrete floor in most of it.
Yeah.
I mean, just garbage.
Right.
So lots of trips to the metal place. And
lots of burning.
Lots of burning and lots of hauling off and
all
of that. But at any rate, but you can sometimes step into shit like this because people won't clean it up.
Right.
So you can get it for a little. With both of our places together, $58,000.
3 acres, 2 full homes.
3 acres, 2 full homes.
Yeah.
Outbuildings.
I can't remember the outbuildings. We counted.
Well, but I've built a bunch more, and Meyer built a bunch more than there was initially. But But at any rate, so this is the thing. It's like if you're like me, and you're fucking broke as shit, and or you want to say fuck you, Mr. Corporation. Fuck you, Q-Trumplicans. Fuck you, Orange Menace. We're just not going to spend as much money. See how that works for you, fuckers. Do you want to raise the prices and then go, the economy's bad? Who made the economy bad? Give me a fucking break.
Exactly.
At any rate, but if you want to interrupt it a little bit, and it is a pain in the ass. It is. I'm 64 years old. Believe me, I'm sick to death of dicking with shit. But look at all the cool shit I had that I'm going to try to sell. Because, of course, I was going to use it when I got it. But then it's like, I'd have to be 400 years old in order to use all this shit. And I'm tired of dicking with it. And if I can get money... If I can get them to pay me to haul my shit off, that's my favorite thing. But this is all crap that came. This is all tile. All this tile. Okay, So this is a bunch of tile. If you wanted to, there's some whole pieces, but most of it's pieces parts. So if you wanted to do what they call the broken glass tile work,
Right.
for a floor or a countertop or anything like that, I'm selling all of this for $10. Or if you only want to take the good stuff, it's $25.
Yeah.
That's how we do that shit.
And a rack.
I got all
And 2
kinds of
grills.
shit. I got 2 grills that I picked up on
Got
the
a
side.
part of a bed frame there,
I
the
got a bed,
footboard with
we
drawers.
got 2 beds. We got all kinds of shit that I
Yeah.
got stuffed in that. We haven't even taken the other buildings apart yet. This
Yeah.
is just that one.
That one tiny little building.
I've got a bunch of shutters, you know, fiberglass shutters. I sell them for $1 a piece, and I guarantee people will go, $1 for the little ones too? And I'm
Yes.
gonna say, no, now that you asked, it's $2. Because I hate when people, that's my thing, it's like, I don't do that when I fucking go to a yard sale. I don't sit there, if I look at it and I don't like the price, I don't get it,
Yeah, yeah.
you know? Sometimes, you know, but it's like, yeah, but people will, they'll just, yeah. They'll
Try
get
to
on your
bargain you
last
down.
Nerve. They'll get
I'll
on
take
your,
everything here for $50. Yeah,
oh,
right.
I'll let them do that too, I don't give a shit, but you gotta take it all of it. That's the thing, it's like, yeah, it's like, everybody, I want something for nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get it. This needs to be cleaned up. This will be for sale. We're gonna get cleaned up. It's not a bad piece of furniture.
No, it is
I
not.
built this for my son. This was in there. He had put it on the wall to use as a, and that already got that one cleaned up as much as I'm gonna clean it up. I don't have a lot of money on them, so because it's like price it to sell it, people.
Right.
Price it to sell it. No,
Those are the drawers that go inside the bed frame.
This is cool. This was hanging on the wall in there. It's to store nails and shit in. It's got
Oh.
little dividers. It's metal. No, I don't need it in my shop. I have enough shit. I'm gonna sell it for $5. That's quite the deal.
It's got latches and everything.
It's got latches and everything. Oh yeah, it's pretty fucking. And it's got dividers.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay,
So you can put different size stuff in there.
Yeah, I suppose we can lock it down. So there you go. And if that had stuff in there that mice would, I would have kept the mice out of there.
Yep.
But of course, none of those were latched and they were full open, and mice had gotten in there. And
Of course
shit
they
everywhere.
had.
But I'm not. And I've got these little boxes things. These are perfect for somebody who just bought a house or who wants to build, is looking for fasteners. Okay, and they're going, why do I need that? Because it's full of fucking different size fasteners. Okay, it's got all kinds of shit
The fasteners
in it.
go with it.
And no, it doesn't have all these drawers. Who gives a shit? There's like probably $15, $20 worth of hardware in there that I don't feel like dicking with for $1. Same with this. It's $2. That's what I mean though. Price it to sell. I got freaking none of this was mine. All of this was just in there.
There you go.
Believe me, I dug through and got everything I wanted. This is for sale. This is what was in the museum at the temple when I rebuilt everything. That's for sale for $5. $5.
What is this? Is it shelves?
No, it's a fucking rolling boxed countertop thing.
Oh, it's on rollers.
It's on wheels.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, $5 or $2 to a good home. I'm gonna put a whole stack of shit here and it'll be free. I've got like 47 bazillion. Now that green one actually works.
The green.
You have to dig with it. And I'm too
Oh,
old
weed
to
eater?
dig with it, but that weed eater actually works. The links would work if you put a new battery and a new head on it. Fuck that shit. Okay, I have a whole stack of them that Shauna and Jack threw away, and ones that I've thrown away over the years. I put a whole stack and put $20 on it.
You take the whole stack.
So if somebody works on them, builds them, blah blah blah. But if that's the thing. If they want the 2 that runs,
Do you have to take all of them?
you have to pay $50. You take them all.
It's
Take
all.
them all is $20.
20 bucks. 20 bucks.
You want to dig through it? It's fucking $50. Because fuck that shit.
Makes sense. Okay, bye-bye.
Deals.
Okay, now you're on.
So, you can see I'm starting, I had to go ahead and tarp that because the wind is blowing like a motherfucker, and if we get rain, everything in that building would get wet.
Yep.
Like I said, we'd have a lot more room if I could move the plywood, but I'll be goddamned if I'm going to move that plywood.
Well, because you're using it right there.
Well, I'm using it right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to move it and then move it again. No, I'm old. That's not
Not
old.
happening.
No, was it like no some for old men? But at any rate, okay, so we're getting it together. So I wanted to show, I showed you, did I show them the building was clear?
Yes, yes, we showed clear.
So, yesterday when I bought knockoff Febreze, and I sprayed the entire bottle. I used the entire bottle. I sprayed every surface in there, from the top of the wall down and the floor. In fact, it still isn't dried right there.
Right. I see
Okay, so now you don't have to go in.
I want
They
to.
can't smell it. It's not
No, but they
smell
can't
of it.
see if I'm out here.
Okay, but okay, so the cheap ass Febreze. You know what the difference between the cheap ass Febreze and regular Febreze is? $2.50.
Opposed
It's
to.
200. Well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
that's the difference.
That's the difference.
It costs $2.50. Febreze at Dollar General, which is a pretty cheap place to get that stuff. Febreze was $5 a bottle, same size bottle, and you can't smell mice in here at all. And I realize this is not smell-o-vision,
Right.
but take my word for it, it was bad.
It was bad. Yeah. It was bad.
So
Yeah. And so now it's actually possible to work on it because.
now, well, I was working in.
Yeah, but I know. But I mean, actually
But,
work and seal
yeah,
and whatever.
Yeah, I can work and seal and get everything done, and I'll be doing that in the next few weeks. But that's what we're doing. Right now we have to go and get the 70,000 tons of crap that's in the attic in my barn shop.
Okay. So bye.
Bye.